Hey, listen, so we know Tears of the Kingdom is going to be getting some DLC, right? I mean, it's kind of a given at this point, and I'm not including the website where it was like at the bottom or anything like that. I'm just saying like it's definitely happening. Like it's for sure happening, okay? Like it just is. Maybe I will be wrong and look like an idiot, but I think everyone thinks and knows it's happening. So today I want to talk about 5 things that I want in the DLC, and I want to talk about a couple things that I'm pretty sure are absolutely going to be there. And we're going to do this in order from the least wanted to the most wanted. I feel like no one does things in order anymore. Like everybody's just like, this is no particular order. Now we're going to do it in a particular order. We're changing it up. We're doing things different here. Anyways, so number 5 will be the thing I want least, and number 1, obviously, you know how things work. So number 5 is going to be new islands. I'm going to be honest, when I got Tears of the Kingdom, I expected there to be way more sky exploration than what there is. Now the game gives you several islands and it's fun and it's nice, but I felt like there was a lot missing up there. And really they talked nothing about the depths, but gave us an entire area under the map of Hyrule that is exactly the same size as the regular map, which is fantastic, but I like the sky islands. I like being up in the golden trees and all that stuff. So I hope they give us some more of those. I don't know if they're just going to be like expanded up higher, or maybe it's like you activate this and it's part of the story or whatever. I just hope they give us some new islands, but I don't want them to be as bare either as they were in Tears of the Kingdom. Like on the Great Sky Island, you have the Temple of Time and other things there, but the other islands only have like trees and small things. I want a couple of other islands that don't have to be massive or anything, but that have like structures on them and zonai constructs on them that kind of do things like they do on the Great Sky Island. I don't know, maybe give me an old abandoned temple that we've seen like in Skyward Sword or something that's just decayed over the years or something. But yeah, number 5, new islands. Now, number 4, one of the biggest disappointments for me in Tears of the Kingdom was that we didn't get to see a castle town. And it was really disappointing in Breath of the Wild already. I love Castle Town. I want to see a big, live, elaborate town. Something to the same effect like we've seen in Ocarina of Time with all the people moving and going and like selling and things like that. But in Breath of the Wild where it's bigger and there's more people and they can do more with it. So what I would like for them to do on this number 4 here is to give us like a Tarrey Town side quest, but it's for a new castle town. Everything doesn't have to be rebuilt to the exact same location as it was from like the flashbacks in Breath of the Wild, or even similar to how it was in Age of Calamity. But maybe the side quest could start at Lookout Landing and expand from there. Give us more houses, more shops, maybe some cafes. There's always some kind of fortune teller in Zelda games. Maybe they could set up there. Clothing shops, just all kinds of different things, but give us like a big castle town where people like move into and kind of make it an amplified Tarrey Town. And something that I kind of hope they stretch into with that, because this was even probably a bigger disappointment for me, and one of the things I went and checked first because I really thought it was going to happen. I really want them to fix the ranch, you know, the one that's almost an exact replica of the Lon Lon Ranch. I was so disappointed whenever I go there in the game and there's no horse stable, there's no nothing there. I feel like that was such a missed opportunity. I would really, really love if they put something there where like someone new moves in, starts a ranch. The owner looks a little bit like Talon. Is that how you say it, or is it Talon? And the daughter looks a little bit like Milan, and it's kind of like this like nostalgic thing, and it's like right outside of Castletown, but it just brings the whole thing together as like one completed like side quest. I know that one's a little specific of a side quest, and I think that's probably the least likely to happen on this list. That is something I really would like. Number 3 on this list is going to have to be some new bosses and some new enemies. Now you may think that's pretty likely, but in Breath of the Wild, whenever we got the DLC and we got the Champions Ballad, I think one of the most disappointing things for me is that we just replayed the boss battles. It was like a little bit more challenging. They only gave us so much gear, and it was kind of like this like thing in Link's mind and like him overcoming his fear. But I really, really want there to be more new enemies. Like they brought back Gyptos in this game and Gleeoks in this game. Like bring back some nostalgic enemies. I think one really cool boss fight would be Katoke and Komu as Twin Rova. Like we have Ganondorf in this game, so bring back his mothers, the women who raised him. Like give us some story behind his like childhood and upbringing. And they were sorceresses, so maybe there's something that like happens whenever we defeat Ganondorf in this game that like the mothers find out and like come to our timeline and like fight us. But give me something like that. Like give me nostalgia. Give me like new enemies. And they don't even have to be bosses. Like give us back enemies such as the Redeads that like they freeze you whenever you screech. Or bring back one of those really annoying things. I don't even know what they were called, that like when they hit you, you couldn't use your sword for so long. Those freaking things were freaking annoying, but bring that back. Even if it is boss fights, just don't let it be the same exact 4 boss fights, or 5 I guess it is, that we fought before. 6 actually if you count Phantom Ganon. Now on to number 2. Now number 2 and number 3 were almost interchangeable, but I decided to put them in this order, and actually these last 2 are going to be a little bit more story related. So this one is, I hope that they give us more Zonai story. I want to know more about Rauru. I want to know more about Sonya. I want to know more about Minoru. Now, I know Sonya isn't Zonai, but she is married to a Zonai, and I want to know more about the establishment of Hyrule. I think Sonya's part, even though it was very, very important, kind of sucked just because we really didn't get to see much of it. We didn't get to see much of who she is. We didn't get to see much of her beyond like the few cutscenes that we got. I feel like she was killed off so early that like we really didn't get to explore her character as much as I felt like we should have. So I hope they give us more story. I don't know exactly how that'd be implemented, but they did that with the Champions Ballad, so I think they could easily give us some extra story that was missed in between all of the little events that they gave us in Tears of the Kingdom. Real quick, before we get to number one, I want to mention a couple of things that I think that's absolutely going to happen in the DLC. I think these are kind of a given, but one is I think we're going to get more things to fuse for weapons, whether that be more weapons to fuse or more things to fuse to weapons or both. I think that's going to happen. And number two is I think we're going to get more Zonai devices. Obviously, I think that's probably the most likely thing that's going to happen is they're going to give us some things we're able to use with Ultra Hand and fuse the things and make cool little new things, and why I think there's so much playability in the game as is. But number one, and this is the thing that I want the most in this game, and it's story related, and that is I want more background story for Ganondorf. I want to hear more about him, and we could even throw the Twinrova thing in there and like have that kind of play into it. But whether that happens or not, I want to know more of why he is evil, why he's doing what he's doing in this game, why he is being who he is. We got more personality, I feel like, in Wind Waker Ganondorf, and like a reason behind who he is. I mean, this is 2023. We've moved beyond like bad guys or evil just to be evil, and we've got so many like good stories as to why like characters are the way they are whenever they're evil, kind of like Thanos and his whole reason, like why he and the Gerudo people in this game were moving to oppose the kingdom, and specifically him, like why he was so evil in general. Like he got completely consumed and became the Demon King and like turned into the whole like new version of himself beyond just his like Gerudo form. So that's what I want more than anything in this game, is I want an explanation as to why he is the way he is and what happens, and I would love to see the story and some like explanation behind that. I don't really know how we would get that. I don't know if that'd be like following along with a Gerudo side quest that they put in the DLC, or like following along with the Sage of Lightning from the past, but I really, really hope that we get something about Ganondorf's past and why he was just so evil and why he is the way that he is. But anyways, those are the 5 things that I hope is going to be in the DLC. Let me know down below in the comment section if you guys have anything that you want instead of what I said, or if you would like any of these things as well. But thank you guys for checking out the video today. If you liked it, please leave the like. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike. I don't know. Do whatever, don't do anything. But if you liked it, also subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you know whenever I post something new. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. Appreciate it so much. And if you ever want to catch me streaming, I'll leave in the description the times and places that I stream. But thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.